the end of our vermicomposting project. Vermicomposting is a very simple way of utilizing newspaper, which would normally end up in the landfill, and using the tons of leaves that are seen as discards rather than organic resources, mixing them together till they fill with water, till it feels like a wrung out sponge, and making a bed or substrate for worms. We also then feed the worms things that are not no meat, fat, cheese, or bones, so things that might normally end up down your garbage disposal. Here we have some of the favorites. We have a tomato that has seen better times, one of their very favorite foods. Avocado shells, you'll find them curled up. Old broccoli and cabbage leaves from the end of the summer. All this would go into the worm box, buried underneath. Now, the stuff that normally you'd use 8 gallons of water every time you turn on your garbage disposal to dispose of this, the worms use as food. And these are our small red wiggler worms, complete in addition with a grape that they will eat at my home. And we have some other inhabitants of the worm box, tiny little white spots that are called springtails. They're part of the decomposition cycle. And after the worms have processed the newspaper and leaves, it turns into, if you screen it, this wonderful material called vermicompost, which is a mix of material that, after it's passed through the worm's intestinal tract, super rich in nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. We have the ability to save up to 20% of water in our soils, and with Denver in a high desert where we get normally about 9 to 11 inches of water, that's super important when we're considering saving water. We're also keeping material out of the landfill, and we're reducing, thusly, our carbon footprint. Why wouldn't you do vermicomposting? It's easy. You can do it year-round. The worms will double their numbers in about 6 weeks. So from a handful of worms in a small box, you could potentially get, over the space of 6 months, up to 1,500 worms. Want to come and be with me? Come adopt a worm.